Hi, Jeff with Lamont Pools here with another homeowner educational tip today. A lot of homeowners, when they first take ownership of a pool, can be a little intimidated, not just by the upkeep, but by the equipment itself. A bunch of pipes, a bunch of things going all different directions, bunch of valves and levers, and it can be a little overwhelming. So we want to give a quick orientation of a common swimming pool equipment setup, just so you can familiarize yourself with how it works. All right, so this is a standard residential pool equipment setup. Now over here, we'll see this is our pump and our motor back here. So these work in conjunction to suction the water from the pool and draw it to the equipment pad. So over here we have the suction for the vacuum, and over here the suction for your skimmer basket. Now this is a diverter Jandy valve that you can adjust depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Meaning if you're trying to give more suction to your vacuum, you would cut some of the suction to your skimmer. A good rule of thumb is about a 75-25 split, with 75% being given to the vacuum is generally a good rule of thumb. That way your vacuum has more than enough suction to do its job. Now once the water gets suctioned in here, this pump basket catches any extra debris so it doesn't go through your filtration, but then the water travels up this pipe and feeds into your filter. So this is where everything gets filtrated, your pool water, which it needs to be doing every so often to keep everything optimal and clean. And then once it filters, it returns through this side. So everything that we see on this side of the pool pump is all the returns, meaning all the water, once it's filtered, is returning back to the pool. Now, depending on your pool setup, you're going to have slight variation here. On this one, there's a Jandy valve here for the waterfall to divert. There's an aerator valve. We have a chlorinator here as well, which you'll always see on the return sides. So that's all the water returning to your pool. So if you ever have, an air leak, things like that, common issue there is going to be on your suction side. That's where you'll find it. Now, this is a variable speed Pentair system, and so it allows more customization to run at different speeds at different times. Other pump setups are just a straight intermatic switch that you just flip on and off. For this, however, it has a start and stop, so when that light is on, the system is functional. You would turn that off in order to clean out this pump basket, so that way you don't risk the system turning on while you're doing that. Once completed, you'll hit start stop, and you can just leave it that way, and it'll kick on at its normal time. Or if you've added chemicals, there is a quick clean option here. Now that's going to kick the system on for us and run for about an hour or two to circulate chemicals, and then default right back to your normal schedule. So you hear all that firing up. So that is the basics of a pool equipment setup. So that way you kind of know how to identify different things. Every single valve or diverter valve is going to be connected to a different element of your pool. So you can kind of trace it back from there to see, okay, when I manipulate this valve, my aerator turns on. When I manipulate this one, it adjusts my waterfall. So if you have any questions or concerns, contact your local pool professional. But hopefully this at least gives homeowners a sense of what they're looking at with their equipment. And until next time, we'll see you poolside.